Gangrelated.
Yeah, Tupac.
With Rock and Roll Hall of Fame member Tupac Shakur.
Oh, my God, yeah, that was super cool.
I mean, the guy's become almost mythic, especially in death. He had that sort of James Dean thing. He's like a James Dean figure. What did you think of him? What do you remember?
We had a very special relationship, Tupac and I. He came late to a read-through, and it just aggravated the hell out of me. And then we went into another office afterwards, just me, him, and the two producers and the director. And we started talking, and I just said, you pissed me off, man, showing up late like that. You're not going to pull that shit on the set, are you? I mean, you're not going to be walking around with a bunch of, entourage, smoking dope with chains, showing up late bullshit without your lines memorized, are you? I don't think you're committed to this role. Holy shit, did we start a fight? He stood up and started getting in my face. I stood up and started screaming at him. I was late. I couldn't find a parking space. And I said, you know what? You leave early to make sure you find a parking space. But in my mind, I'm going, yeah, this place is really hard to find a parking space. And I went, I don't think you're committed. He goes, committed? I made bail to loop my last movie. And I laughed. He got me. I laughed so hard. He laughed. We hugged, and we were brothers for the rest of that movie. And we jammed like musicians because I'm a musician. He's a musician. I would come into a scene a little hot, a little louder, with a little more energy. And he would play right under me like a bass player, man, or doing like a little rhythm run, right? And then we'd do another take, and I'd come in low, and he would take the energy up a little bit. So I was kind of like supporting him. And then we started doing a little back and forth. I mean, we were jamming. We were jamming. We weren't acting. We were jamming. He was wonderful. By the way, never late. Lines memorized. He was a pro. Total pro. I love Tupac.
Yeah, I wonder because, he was a kid then, first of all. And second of all, that was like he was hip deep in all the drama surrounding him.
He did not bring that drama onto the set. He was a pro the whole time. The whole time. Actually, an interesting thing that happened was, I told him, I said, I'm a rapper. I said, 1983, I did Rappin' Jimmy B on Saturday Night Live. I was the first guy doing a rap. I mean, there was just Grandmaster Flash and Wild Side. And Wild Side was a graffiti movie. The rap and
Grandmaster Caz and all those guys.
Yeah, that was a break.
Wild Style.
And we saw it right here. Right in Times Square. And when I walked out with my buddy, we were rapping. And so we came up with Rappin' Jimmy B. And I did a white guy's rap. And so I did a white guy rap for him. He laughed his ass off. So anyway, I said, I've been in this whole, rap thing for a long time, but I've been loving your work. But I said, you remind me of Grandmaster Flash because your stuff has a sense of justice and poetry, opposed to, hey, I'm just, a big deal and look at me with all my Mercedes and my chicks. He was political, and I love that, and your stuff is that way. I said, but, what I've been really digging lately is Frank Sinatra. And he goes, oh, yeah? I haven't really listened to Frank. Oh, my God, I brought in the Gold album, and I played Frank Sinatra, and he loved Fly Me to the Moon. And so we were trying to figure out how to do a rap with Fly Me to the Moon. And we talked about it, and he came in 3 days later, and he goes, man, that is so beautifully sung. That is so melodic. You can't mess with this Frank Sinatra guy.
Wow.
Yeah. He was super, super cool. I loved him.